Good morning, campers. You are again tuned into Cragcore. Today with a slightly different vibe. I am driving. And that's it. And that is it. So, men can multitask. So it seems. Right then, so where are we at? What date is it? We're on the 15th, halfway through March. March 15th is a Monday, start of a new week. Before we continue with the video, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. If you don't, does it really matter? Probably not. Okay, so I'll just navigate this roundabout. Indicate off the roundabout, of course. So, let's get down to business. QAnon phenomenon again. But this time it's a different one. We're talking about the QGurus, another one that should be said when drunk. QGurus. These people are QGurus to begin with. They are people that put themselves out there to the public on social media, on their websites, as being people with inside knowledge of the Q vibe, okay? Now, ultimately, they portray to the public that they have got inside knowledge, and then through that inside knowledge, people should trust them and their opinion and their information that they are being fed through these insiders and whistleblowers within the Q organization or movement or whatever you want to call it. And with that trust that you are now placing in them, you need to send them money through Patreon, and obviously by watching their videos and stuff on YouTube. They are getting heavy amounts of views. If their channels are monetized, they're obviously therefore getting money and stuff from their YouTube channels. Now, I say that it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's twofold, more to the point. You have to say to yourself, these people, in my opinion, obviously this is just one man's opinion, it's all about me and my opinion. So, these people, in my opinion, are either simply, well, don't get me wrong, there's three possibilities, let's face it. They could be telling the truth. Yeah. But secondly, they might just be lying through their teeth to make money. Because, yes, we all need to make money. We've all got bills to pay. But are you telling me that these people, that this is their only source of income? That the only thing they do for an income is make videos about Q? I mean, I don't think that's a very strong career path, considering that it's finite. If what these people say is true, and that this Q movement is serving to bring an end to global tyranny, if your career is talking about this, then ultimately it's got an end date. So where are you going to go after that? So surely they must have another income, which means do they really need to be making thousands upon thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever by the ways of YouTube video views and Patreons and all of this kind of stuff and PayPal off the fucking public? The unassuming, trusting public. Do they really need to be doing this? You know, I always find that financial gain off the public when you are promoting public betterment is an alarm bell ringer for me. I'm not saying that people shouldn't make money off it, because they are putting in, if they are putting in research, then they are putting in a lot of research and a lot of their own time, which should be compensated. Time is money, in our capitalist society. But do they need to, is the point. So, number two, number one, they could be telling the truth, of course. Number two, are they just basically lying through their teeth, blagging it to make money? Number three, option number three, are they, I hate to use the word shill, but are they shills? Are they basically people, in other words, that are doing what they're doing to discredit the movement itself? And when I say that, you have to look at the process of how they present the information and what happens when that information doesn't come into fruition. Okay? Because ultimately what these people do is tell you to trust them. They tell you that everything they say is going to come true. And then if it doesn't, they basically blame you for having hope in them in the first place, for having hope and believing them in the first place. The reason why you are pissed off, the reason why you are disheartened, is because you believed them in the first place. Now, if you imagine that process, you say get an amount of people to believe in you and believe in what it is you're saying with regards to saving the world, and then it doesn't happen. People are then going to be disappointed, right? But they're disappointed because you have said, believe in me. You have said, this is going to happen. Without a question of a doubt, this is going to happen. Just like with the Trump inauguration, or with the Trump-Biden inauguration situation, it was, trust me, it's going to happen. All of this is going to come to a head. Blah, blah, blah. Trump's going to be reinstated. The world's going to be saved. That's what we were told. And then it didn't happen. So people are then going to be disappointed. And at that point, when you've told people for an amount of time to trust you, trust the plan, you've got inside knowledge, you're qualified to, tell people what to believe and how to hope, and then it doesn't happen, people are going to be disappointed. And eventually they're going to go, well, fuck this, it's a load of shit. And they're going to become disheartened in the whole thing. Stop looking at it. And they're going to leave it alone. So ultimately, say 50% of your, I would say client base, but 50% of the people that were following this movement, let's just say that it's a real thing, yeah? Let's just say it's real for a second. 50% of the people now, potentially, maybe even more, that were involved in this thing, the betterment of the country, the betterment of the world, are now no longer involved in it. They've lost hope and they've fucked off. Oh, fuck all this Q stuff. It's a load of shit. This bloke told me this was going to happen and it didn't happen. Okay? You keep doing that, and eventually, more and more people are going to lose hope in it and stop following it, till eventually there's no people left, or a number so insignificant that it doesn't matter. Okay, so now the whole Q phenomenon is dead, because these people systematically and by design used your hope to turn it into a piece of shit that you no longer wanted to be a part of, because you were let down and let down and let down. That's option number three. Personally, I think it's a combination of all of them. I think all three of those possibilities are ultimately going on simultaneously. And you see, that's the problem. You're always going to have information, and you're always going to have misinformation and disinformation, okay? There's always going to be people that want to exploit you. There's always going to be people that use your emotions against you, things like hope. And there's always going to be people that infiltrate good things and turn them into bad things. And then what you get is collateral damage. And the collateral damage is you and everything that basically you invested, your time, your money, your emotions, all your investment into that situation is the collateral damage. And ultimately what it does is it leaves people feeling more disheartened and less enthusiastic about positive change in the world. You know what I would say? Don't listen to these gurus. Don't listen to them. Because the only way you can get away with not being shafted is to not put yourself in that position in the first place. So don't listen to the gurus. I would say be your own guru, okay? Be your own guru. And what I mean by that is do your own research and educate yourself instead of allowing other people to educate you. Because at that point, you're not putting yourself in a position to be fed all that wrong shit that's only going to be a detriment to you and your life, okay? So do your own research, which is ultimately what this Q phenomenon, look at this, he's reversing straight as well whilst talking. There we go. So ultimately, you're not leaving yourself wide open to be deceived. Do your own research. This is the Q ethos, to do your own research, okay, and to empower yourself. So if you are truly a follower and a believer in what Q is trying to promote, then why then are you going against that by putting all of your faith and trust in a guru that tells you to trust the plan? Because ultimately that is hypocrisy. All right? Now then, I am at my destination. I'm going to leave you with that. And I'm going to wish you all a very good day. I hope this video has been informative. And I hope it's spurred you and inspired you to not listen to me, but to listen to yourself. Okay? And to do your own thing and to do your own research. This is Crag Core, once again, signing off. And I'm leaving you alone now. To your own devices. Have a good day. Peace.